All right, folks, now we're going down to South Carolina. Let's bring in Republican Congressman Ralph Norman. He's got a Senate run in the primary against Darlene Graham, who is at the moment the senator. Ralph, welcome. Appreciate you coming on very well. Tell me about this race. South Carolina is a funny place. It doesn't always do what presidents or pollsters tell it to do. And here you are in a runoff. And I know nobody wants this to be personal. It's on the issues. So, Congressman, tell us what your issues are, please.
Well, first of all, Larry, glad to be on your show. The issues are, my record is my resume. I've got a conservative record, supporting President Trump at every level. The SAVE Act has got to be passed. When I go to the Senate, we're going to, whether it's nuking the filibuster or having a walking filibuster, it doesn't matter. I'm running against a candidate that is put up by the Washington swamp, to be honest with you. They're funding her, and it's interesting that she's never had a record. I like her, but it's somebody that is not. You can't train on the job with something this important. So what I want to do is what I've done in Congress. I want to get this country back on fiscal sanity. We're spending more than we make. I want to get the SAVE Act passed, and I want to change the Senate, which has become the graveyard for any good piece of legislation that is passed. And it's just not functioning right now.
Just let me say, we're not picking sides here. We're delighted to have you back on the show, and we'd be delighted if Darlene Graham came on the show. But your last point about the Senate, I am so disappointed, Ralph Norman, in what they have not done. And I make no bones about it. I've had a couple interviews, Republican friends of mine that don't like me anymore because they've bungled this thing. The president himself now, we'd love to get a capital gains tax reform for middle-class homeowners. How's that? How about indexing capital gains? How about giving them a bigger write-off because the Biden inflation tax is biting their allowances away? How about, maybe adding credits to small businesses, adding credits to people who work overtime? The midterms, we're running against crazy people. I get that. But just calling them communists, Ralph, may not be enough. Specifics matter, and affordability is an issue. Where are you coming out on those kinds of issues, sir?
Well, I'm all in favor of we need another big, beautiful bill.
Yes.
What we did with that, it empowered businesses. It empowered empowered the taxpayers. And the Senate is just not going along with it. They took a 5-week hiatus without even attempting to do this. And I tell you, John Thune, I think, is a nice man, but he's lost his edge when he keeps saying we can't get the votes. For God's sake, we got a 53-47 majority. Slim as it is, we still can fight. And if we can't pass verification that we're Americans that are voting for our leaders, I don't know what we can do. It's time for a change.
Yeah, he's lost his swag. He's lost his swag. They've lost their momentum. The whole thing, the messaging has gone down. The other thing, Ralph Norman, and I know you're a Freedom Caucus guy in the House, we've uncovered all this fraud. We're doing a good job, J.D. Vance and Emmett Oz and others, but why don't we codify it into legislation? A big, beautiful budget reconciliation bill would have a lot of spending cuts. I thought our policies were to drain the swamp, not just let the swamp get along.
You have Democrats who will not give this president breath if he needed it. Wouldn't give him air if he needed it. No, and you got some Republicans who don't even want to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse, much less cut it. Look at what the Doe's Commission did. Larry, you could have found $100 billion of things that the American people would not agree with, building walls in Libya, fisheries in the Pacific, and many other things. And all we could come up with was $9 billion. It's an insult to the American people. And that's why we got to change it.
No, that's such a great point, Ralph. That is just such a great point. I'm telling you, they lost their swag. They lost their direction. Anyway, we appreciate, good luck in the race, sir. We appreciate you coming on very, very much. You bet.